In a country where rivers are goddesses, flows the son of Brahma, the mighty Brahmaputra. But in Assam, the Brahmaputra is more than the son of God. It is the very definition of the land that it flows through. The soil that it nourishes owes its existence to its waters. But when the son of Brahma flows in anger, there is none who can stand unafraid. In Assam, the people know that when the Brahmaputra breaches its banks, there is not much that man can do. This year, the Brahmaputra has crossed the danger mark in several districts of Assam and other parts of the northeast, sweeping homes, crop and cattle in its wake. Floodwaters have submerged 30 out of the 33 districts of Assam, affecting nearly 43 lakh residents and already claiming at least 15 lives. Rising waters of Brahmaputra and Jinjiram rivers have submerged the low-lying areas of the West Garo Hills in Meghalaya, hitting about 2 lakh people. But not just the northeast. The situation is grim in Bihar as well, where the northern rivers, like the Kosi, flowing in from Nepal, has already taken 24 lives, and 12 districts across the state are facing deluge-like situation.
Hello and welcome. This is In Depth. Today we bring you the ground reports from various parts of Assam and Bihar that have been ravaged by the floods and the unceasing rains. Take a look at the story from Kaziranga first.
A teary Anjana Bora is trying to rustle up a meal at the makeshift flood relief camp in Assam. The 40-year-old is among lakhs forced out of their homes by the surging water.
আমি আইছো দি ফুলবা থাকো কানে গাঁৱে আমাৰ গোটে পানী হল থাকিবলৈ অসুবিধা আমাৰ গোটে ধান পানী তলত আছে ধান আমাৰ পানী তলত আছে আমাৰ বহুত অসুবিধা আছে খেতি কৰি যদি আমি খাব নাপাম আমাৰ কি হ'ব
সেইটো কাৰণে আমি ইয়ালৈ গুচি আহিলোঁ এতিয়াতো খাবলৈ মেলিবলৈ ইয়াত ৰিলিফ কেম্পত দিছে বাৰু চাউল দিছে দাইল মিঠাতেল নিমখ এইবোৰ দিছে আৰু হ'লেও আৰু ইয়াত এতিয়া ইমানখিনি মানুহ অলপতো কষ্ট হ'বই খৰি পাত তেনেকৈ সেইবোৰ অলপ কষ্ট হৈছে আৰু হ'লেও এতিয়াতো কেইদিন থাকিবই লাগিব ইয়াতে যেন তেন আৰু কষ্টকৈ হ'লেওতো থাকিবই লাগিব পানী নুশুকালৈকে
While the government has supplied dal and rice, many say that there is
কষ্ট হৈছে ঘৰ ভাঙিছে গৰু হেৰিত আছে চৰাই মৰিছে বহুত কষ্ট হৈছে সময়ময় খানা পোৱা নাই বাচ্চা দুধ নাই বিস্কুট পোৱা নাই বহুত আমনি কৰিছে মহে কামুৰিছে
The flooded are now questioning the no-show by local netas who are only too eager to pester them during polls.
প্ৰতি বছৰতে পানী হৈ যায় আৰু চৰকাৰে আমাক সুবিধা ইমান নিদিয়ে কালি ৰিলিজ দিলে ৰিলিজ দিয়াৰ পাছত আৰু দিয়া নাই আৰু পানী বহুত হৈ গৈছে একদম এককাল পানী তাতে আমি ভাত পানী খাব নোৱাৰা হৈ গৈছোঁ
For these families, it is now a long wait for the water to recede, and only then can they try and rebuild their lives. With Manogya Loiwal in Kaziranga, Bureau Report, India Today.
Now, Kaziranga National Park in Assam is the home to the world's largest population of Indian one-horned rhinoceros. Other animals like tigers, elephants are also found in the forest. While with the floods, in fact, wreaking havoc across Assam, officials said animals residing in the national park were taken to the highlands. About 80% of Kaziranga National Park and over 95% anti-poaching camps are underwater as floods continue to wreak havoc in the state.
It's the great deluge at the famous Kaziranga National Park. Home to one-horned rhino and rare wildlife, 90% of the park is submerged.
Because of this inundation, a lot of animals are migrating out of the park. So all the animals which are moving along this highway, they are facing a lot of issues like vehicular hits. They are getting injured because of the road. And so we are having a lot of casualties of animals, especially with the hog deer.
The animals are now moving out of their comfort zone, the forest reserves, and are now shifting to the mainland and the higher land. The nearby land is Karbi Anglong, another district, but also one of the most important natural habitats during this season.
But the surging water has its share of positive impact when it comes to wildlife.
Debris are being washed away by the floods. There's a lot of biogeochemical recycling, nutrient recycling happening because of the intrusion of the water, river water. And then also, like studies say that, this is also a method of population control.
The flood brings seasonal migration of animals, including rhinos, elephants, deer and wild buffaloes, who temporarily venture out of the park.
The rhinoceros here placed one of the most important animals of this and the identity of the national park. Here you see around 2,500 rhinos are there. There are around 1,000 elephants. But these all have their own natural process and natural style of saving themselves when it is flooded and when there are floods in the entire region. This year, however, the river has been flowing above the danger mark for more than a week now, and that has made it extremely difficult for even the animals. These animals are the ones who travel to those hills of Karbi Anglong.
The government this time has ensured 33 new highlands to prevent animals perishing in the annual floods. Learning from the 2017 deluge, which killed scores of animals, the safe zones have also prevented poaching of wild animals, which strain to Karbi Anglong hills.
कार्बी पहाड़ में कार्बी हिल्स में कोई एनिमल चला जाता है तो उधर में पोचिंग बहुत है, पोचार बहुत है, पोचिंग हो जाता है. तो हम लोग का जब गवर्नमेंट आया तो हम लोग 33 हाईलैंड्स जो आप आइलैंड बता रहा था ना, ये हाईलैंड्स वे मेड देम. अभी जो हाईलैंड हुआ उसके बाद ये एनिमल जो माइग्रेट करता है वो कम हो गया है.
With Manogya Loiwal, Bureau Report, India Today.
The communication between the upper and lower Assam has also got disrupted as the National Highway 37 near the Kaziranga National Park submerged in water.
The devastating floods in Assam have cut off road links between lower and upper Assam. Stretches of arterial Asian Highway 1 along the Brahmaputra has been swallowed up by the river in spate, halting vehicular movement.
Highway तो पूरा पानी हो रहा है, पूरा ओवरफ्लो हो गया है, जितना होने का है उससे भी ज़्यादा हो गया है. अभी तो आने का जाने का बहुत दिक्कत हो गया, कोई किसी का खाने का आने का, कोई लेने का, कोई दुकान बाजार सारा डिटेल्स बंद हो गया है.
परेशानी तो बहुत ज़्यादा है, अब देख ही रहे हैं खुद कितना पानी है इधर उधर. हर आदमी का मतलब खाने पीने का भी बहुत दिक्कत है, रहने का भी दिक्कत है. बहुत ज़्यादा फ्लड हो गया इस बार, मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा हुआ है फ्लड.
अभी देखिए मैम, हम लोग के यहाँ पे जो काजीरंगा का जो मेन नेशनल हाईवे है 37 नेशनल हाईवे है, अभी कम्प्लीटली काजीरंगा नेशनल पार्क जो फ्लड में डूब गए हैं और जो मेन जो हाईवे है ये कम्प्लीटली फ्लड के अंडर में है. अभी देखिए वो सरकार द्वारा जो यहाँ का जो लोकल पीपल है उन लोगों का जो रिलीफ का व्यवस्था सरकार जो द्वारा करना चाहिए था वो अभी तक उस लोगों ने अच्छी तरह किया नहीं.
The temporary diversions along the flooded stretch have not helped much.
Early this morning, there were 5 places where water is flowing about 3 feet from the highway. So to take stock of the situation and then to be on safer side, we had stopped the traffic. We had put in a Naka on several places, both this side towards Jorhat and the other side towards Nagaon also. So as of now, traffic has been stopped. There are 2 routes to bypass this thing for emergency services. We had advised the public to take that route.
Forest officials say that the flooding has displaced wild animals in the Kaziranga National Park, who now roam near the highway.
Because of this inundation, a lot of animals are migrating out of the park towards the adjoining Karbi Anglong hills, which are natural highlands. So in this process of migration, the animals are crossing the Asian Highway 1, which is of about stretch of 60 kilometers along the national park. So all the animals which are moving along this highway, They are facing a lot of issues like vehicular hits. They are getting injured.
Damaged houses, lost livestock, highways underwater, and Kaziranga completely submerged in flood water. This is the situation of Assam. Even if the people of Assam are praying for some relief from the rain god, the fury is here to stay and the pain is yet to get a little lesser. But for now, all that they have is prayers of some relief and respite in the hours to come. With camera person Tapas Berry, this is Manogya Loiwal in Kaziranga, Assam for India Today.
In the total of over 3,000 villages which are under water and 87,000 hectares of crop has been damaged in the deluge. Prime Minister Narendra Modi telephoned Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal and took stock of the situation. Moregaon is among the districts worst affected by the floods. Here is Manogya Loiwal's ground report in which she speaks to the locals to understand the state of desperation they are in.
35-year-old Khunmuni is wading through water with her gas stove and utensils on a bicycle. Her 5-year-old daughter has barely any clothes on her body but is tightly holding on to the mat that she needs when they find dry ground. Khunmuni had to finally abandon her house in the Bhumtola village of Moregaon district in Assam as floodwaters crossed the 5-feet mark.
আমাৰ ঘৰ যিমান বস্তু আছে গুটে আমি পানী কানে থাকিব নোৱাৰে গুটে বিলাক উলাই আনিব লগা হৈছে আছে আৰু বস্তু আমি থৈ আহিছো তাতে সব আৰু কিবা এনেকুৱা পানীত আমি কেনেকুৱা বাহি কৰিম বস্তুবিলাকটো ভিতৰ পৰা আমি বাহি কৰিব নোৱাৰি
Many are now leaving their villages clueless as to where they will take shelter. Right now, their priority is to save their lives.
Not just about the revenue circles, the government says that there are more than 50,000 hectares of land that is already submerged in water. Now, this is cultivated land. I'm here in villages which will give you an idea. The houses that are completely submerged in water, almost not at all fit for them to live here anymore. But with that, the biggest problem is also that they have to leave most of their belongings back in these houses so that they are kept in safer locations, at least for minimal food supply that could be possible.
In the Dhupguri area across the Brahmaputra, there are similar stories, but the challenges are different.
পানিতে হাগিব লাগে পানিতে মুতিব লগা হৈছে এনেকুৱা সমস্যা মানে কষ্ট হৈছে আমাৰ খুব কষ্ট হৈছে
As with every flood, the fear is what happens after the floodwaters recede, because that is when there is the real fear of epidemic. But for now, the crisis is what is immediate, and that means food, shelter, and potable water.
এতিয়া 10 দিন হৈ গল বানপানী হৈ গল ইয়াত কোনো এতিয়া এই কাম কৰি খাবলৈ নোৱাৰে মানুহবিলাক আৰু ইয়াত এতিয়া সব খেতিয়ক মানুহ গৰীব মানুহ এতিয়া ক'ত যাব হাজিৰা কৰি খাবলৈ নোৱাৰে এনকেফেলাইটিছ এতিয়া টিভি দি আছে বহুত জাগাত এনকেফেলাইটিছ হৈ আছে এইবিলাক দি ডাক্তৰ যে ট্ৰিটমেন্ট নলয় তেতিয়াতো এইবিলাক গৰীব মানুহ কি কৰিব
Worst affected in these times are the daily wage earners who not only have to contend with their houses being submerged, but also the prospect of having no avenues of earning their daily bread.
এতিয়া আমি দিনৰ হাজিৰাও কৰো হাজিৰা কৰি পেলাই এতিয়া 200 টকা পাও এতিয়া আজিটো 10 দিন ধৰি পেলাই হাজিৰা সাজিয়া নাই পানী হোৱা পৰা ধৰি আমি কি কৰি পেলাই চলিম আমাকটো কোনো সহায় খাওদি কোনো কৰা নাই হেপলে ইয়াত
Over 15 people have died due to flood and landslide in the state so far. The situation is very serious in Bogolipara area where families are being rescued by NDRF boats.
The biggest challenge is the incessant rain that has made it even more cumbersome. But here in Moregaon village, the biggest challenge that you also see that the crops have been destroyed. More than 50,000 hectares of crop has been destroyed till now across the state of Assam. The government of Assam has been promising all sorts of action and due diligence that would be done to the farmers who have lost their crops this time. But for now, the water does not seem to recede.
While many have been rescued, some are not ready to leave their homes and villages despite the dire situation. Water levels are still rising, and with no let-up in rainfall, the situation here is expected to worsen. The overflowing of the Brahmaputra is not new to Assam, but this year it is shaping up to be one of the really bad ones in that annual list of floods.
सुबह से इस गांव के कोई लोग अभी तक खाना नहीं खाया और खाना के लिए अभी तक सरकार ने किसी को कोई व्यवस्था नहीं किया है। और जो छोटा बच्चा है, गोरू जानवर, जो बकरी और जो घर का जो चीज़ है, हर चीज़ अभी इस बाढ़ में ध्वंस हो गया है।
Questions are being raised on the delay of relief materials reaching the flood hit.
सब के सुनी सगा बारी घर खाली बच्चा डलो या सरो को उठती खाइबार बोइबार शांति नायो शांति।
As the houses are submerged in water, for most of the families who are still residing in their own houses in this kind of condition are just waiting on what would be next, whether the rain god will have some mercy on them and the Brahmaputra would be a little more benevolent when it comes to improving their life for next few days. But for now, they are only in a form of request, of hoping that something better would be there. At least hoping against hope for now.
Floodwaters have also submerged several border outposts of the BSF or the Border Security Force along the India-Bangladesh border and CRPF camps in the state. In Karimganj district, the floodwaters have submerged at least 4 border outposts of the BSF after the Khushiara river began flowing above the danger level following incessant rainfall.
People of Bihar wade through flood-ravaged, one of the worst affected states in the country. Rivers are leading to embankment breaches and there is no respite due to the lingering downpour in the region. Here is India Today's ground report from the deluge-hit state.
All the major rivers have been flowing over the danger mark in Bihar. Official records state that over 2.5 million people stand gravely affected across 12 districts of the state. As the situation continues to be grim with monsoon rains pounding the state and with reports of fresh floods coming in from 3 new districts of Saharsa, Katihar and Purnia, there are street protests about the political apathy towards the people affected by floods.
अति झेल रहे हैं इसमें सरकार क्या कर रही है? सरकार सो गए इस टाइम में। सरकार को अभी आंख खोलना चाहिए कि पब्लिक के साथ क्या हो रहा है। घर में पानी घुस गया, हम लोग को रहने के लिए जगह नहीं, हम लोग कहाँ जाएंगे? इस टाइम में उनको सबसे पहले इधर के देखना चाहिए बिहार में क्या हो रहा है, नहीं हो रहा है।
Flood fury in Bihar this time has impacted at least 12 districts of Bihar, and Madhubani is one such district which has been one of the worst hit. And we are right now in Jhanjharpur block of Madhubani, which has been completely submerged under water. And yesterday, one of the embankments on the Kamla Balan river that was breached by the pressure and the current of the river, and that is why the flood water has now entered new areas, and this is the way in which people have to move here and there, and they are coming out of their houses to save their lives somehow with whatever belongings they can find.
भीतरी में है घर।
तो आप लोग पानी में जो घूम के आना जाना कर रहे हैं, कोई नाव वाव का व्यवस्था नहीं?
कोई न व्यवस्था नहीं, कुछ का व्यवस्था नहीं है हम लोग।
ये बताइए कितनी मुश्किल हो रही है? आप लोग पुलिस वाले हैं, लेकिन इस तरीके से आप लोग को कपड़े उतार कर थाना जाना पड़ रहा है, हथियार आपके हाथ में है।
सर ये तो हमारी ड्यूटी है, ड्यूटी तो करनी ही पड़ती है, चाहे कितना भी मुश्किल हो, मुश्किल का तो सामना करने के लिए हम लोग हैं ही सर।
In the worst hit Sitamarhi and Araria districts, roads have also been damaged and life has come to standstill. Floods have destroyed crops, houses and have created mayhem in the day-to-day life of people.
सुंदरपुर सुंदही सब में घर पानी घुस चुका है, लोगों के बहुत कठिनाई है, इसी तरह से रोड पड़ा करके लोग रह रहा है, और जितना देर आगे की रास्ता पानी जाने के लिए कोई कठिनाई साधन नहीं है।
196 relief camps have been set up in the affected areas with 644 community kitchens providing food to the displaced.
चूँकि कम्युनिटी बेस्ड हम लोगों ने प्रयास किया था और अब तक 150 से अधिक कम्युनिटी किचन हमने स्थापित किया है, जहां लोगों के रहने के लिए और खाने की व्यवस्था करवाई है।
In Araria, the situation has been worsening with flood water rushing through the areas.
कि हम लोग खाने के लिए नहीं मिलता, हम माल वो भी वाला भी नहीं है, कोई देख रेख करने वाला नहीं है।
People are being forced to evacuate their homes due to excessive flooding in Kishanganj as well. The Mahananda River has breached the safety level mark and several villages have been affected.
सबको स्कूल में रहने के लिए व्यवस्था किया गया है कि स्कूल में आएंगे तो लोगों को खाने पीने का भी व्यवस्था किया जाएगा, सब इंतजाम है सबके।
The National Disaster Response Force, State Disaster Response Force and Seema Sashastra Bal have been deployed to carry out disaster relief work and operations in the affected areas. All the worst affected regions of Sitamarhi, Araria, Madhubani and Kishanganj in Bihar are located in low-lying region. The areas share borders with the mountainous Nepal, which has also been dealing with disastrous floods and its aftermath.
The death toll in South Asia continues to rise after flooding and landslides ravaged the border region of India. Tens of thousands displaced and millions have been affected in Myanmar, China and Nepal.
Over 6,70,000 people have been affected, with economic loss of about $93 million. More than 900 houses have been devastated. East China's Jiangxi province has been battered by torrential rains and incessant downpour in the past week. Elderly residents and children were rescued by firefighters from severe floods that swept through southern and eastern China. The floods, which affected swaths of China, has damaged 1.76 million hectares of farmland as of July 11th. Over 1.63 million people in 7 provinces and regions have so far been impacted by floods in China this year. The flooding and rains are expected to continue with no signs of abatement in sight. Nepal has also been mired in devastating floods. Death toll due to floods has reached over 50 people, with dozens missing and injured. More than 1,000 people have been displaced from their homes, and monsoon rains have pounded many areas of mountainous Nepal. More than 100 flights were cancelled or diverted at the Tribhuvan International Airport of Nepal, severely disrupting the Himalayan country's contact with the rest of the world. In the Terai region, the areas around the Indo-Nepal border are the worst affected. Lingering rains here have left thousands displaced and stranded. The rivers of Nepal flow south into India, and every monsoon, both countries face flooding caused by the shared rivers. In 2008, the river Kosi in Nepal had broken its banks and changed course. The results in Nepal and downstream in Bihar had been devastating. Now officials of both countries are watching with concern as the Kosi flows way over the danger mark. Several regions of Bangladesh have also been reeling under floods. In Chittagong division, 10 people have died and some 5 million have been displaced across 200 flooded villages. The river Tista and river Brahmaputra flow into Bangladesh from India, Tista from West Bengal and Brahmaputra from Assam. In Bangladesh, they join up at the northern edge of Gaibandha district, an area particularly prone to flooding. The banks of Brahmaputra here stretch more than 10 kilometers across, and with incessant rains, upstream having swelled the Brahmaputra, the entire district is on alert. Myanmar, which shares the border with the flood-affected regions of both China and India, has also been dealing with the wrath of a heavy monsoon. The continuous rains and dangerously high river levels have forced more than 18,000 people to evacuate their homes. The northern state of Kachin, on the banks of Irrawaddy River, has been the worst affected, with 14,000 people forced to flee from their homes. Thousands of people have had to take shelter in temples and schools.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.